What is going on, family guys? I don't have anybody on the call, so I hope you guys can hear me and see me clearly. Let me just make sure my audio straight. But good evening, guys. It is March 19, 2022, guys, at 9:27 p.m. Eastern Time. For many of you guys that don't know me, my name is Antoine Boatwright. I'm out of the Columbia, South Carolina area, and I'm just one of the local traders, guys. So what I want to do is actually, just go over a little bit of support and resistance, keeping it very basic. So, I know the average person trying to learn about trading is probably all over the place or like, where do I start? Obviously, guys, you want to start with what foreign exchange market is. For you guys, I don't know what Forex is. Forex is the largest financial market in the world, guys. And what it is just the exchange of different countries' currencies, right? Now, you're able to do this digitally. That's the cool thing about that now. Before, guys, you were only able to do this by going country to country, exchanging the dollar or whatever your country's currency is, and making profit or losing profit during that exchange that way, guys. But we do it in a different way, obviously, because, things are changing. We're moving into a digital era. So when you look at the opportunity, guys, technology has pretty much propelled a lot of opportunities for the average person to take advantage of that. So what we're gonna do right now, guys, is just going to a little bit of like I said, support and resistance, which is probably the key foundation for you becoming a profitable trader, guys. You can't understand this, you have no hope of being a profitable trader or understanding how this market moves. Now, well, I would say before we go into it, guys, is that the stuff that I'm gonna be going over, or anything that you learn by yourself, it can be universal to any market. So if you are in the stock market, you can use this information. If you are in the cryptocurrency market, you can use this information. Even if you were able to pull up a chart for like homes and stuff, guys, you can actually use this information to find a good position on where you're going to buy or sell, within foreign exchange, or if you're going to just use this purely from the investing side. So, what I chose today is because we actually have a live market, guys. This is cryptocurrency. Now, the crypto that we're going to be talking about. Now, I'm not a heavy investor in this, but it was the first thing that I saw on my watch list. So I was like, hey, I haven't looked at Dogecoin in a while. So that's what we're pretty much doing our technical analysis, guys. Now, when it comes to cryptocurrency, I would say cryptocurrency has the best form of market structure, but we're going to that until a later date. Now, guys, again, I'm a trader out of Columbia, South Carolina, so I do have students myself. And what I always teach them, guys, is that before you even get into support and resistance, you want to start off on a higher time frame, right? And the reason why you want to start off on a higher time frame, if you guys look, this is my weekly time frame, right? This is a weekly time frame that we're currently on. This is probably the best time frame to start off, in my personal opinion, when you want to get the overall trend, guys. When you're looking at trends, guys, that's just the direction that the market is heading. Understand there's three directions that the market can head. That's up, down, sideways. If you guys just look at this, I mean, without even knowing what foreign exchange is, if you just look at it, it's heading down. You know what I'm saying? This is a downtrend. Now, this is exactly how you would draw it if you were using trend lines. I myself have gotten away from using trend lines, but I will still use it for the sake of this video, guys. So this is a downtrend currently, right? This is a downtrend. Now, that means that there were heavy sellers in the market, guys. When we're looking at support and resistance, those are areas to look at to buy or sell. Currently, as far as the higher time frame is concerned, we've been in a downtrend, guys. Now, where are we going to pick up the momentum again? We don't know, guys, but this would be a perfect opportunity for us to pretty much for Dogecoin to make a turnaround. Reason being, if we just drew a line, right? We just took the horizontal rate and came to this previous high. This once was a high before the market broke out, before price broke out and got extremely bullish or pretty much going up, guys, and then decided to correct itself. If you're looking closely, you can see like these breaks in the market or these stops and then turnarounds in the market. What those are creating data points in order to confirm that this is a downtrend. Now, what we're looking for is price to go up eventually, guys. Now, normally where you want to start where the previous high is. The market isn't that gracious, as it likes to respect everything right there on the dot. So normally, guys, what I teach my students is this is what we're going to do. We're going to draw a zone to establish that, okay, price doesn't have to necessarily touch that level, this level that I drew. This is a level, but this square box is a zone. And normally I color code it to identify my support. Again, guys, when you look at it, support are what? Areas that you're looking to buy. You can even say this whole area down here is a potential buy zone. We don't know when the market is going to tell us to buy, right? We can only pretty much be prepared for it based off of the basic fundamentals that we learned in foreign exchange. What we're taught is that if the market breaks out of a previous area, right here, if you know, we didn't have this data over here already, if the market broke out and we were like, man, where am I looking to enter? Well, my best chance would probably be around the area it first broke out of, right? You see that, guys, right? So now, even on my weekly time frame, which normally I don't do this, guys, I still establish some type of support. Now, what I want to do, because I already identified the higher trend, which means that, okay, we're in a selling market. Are we getting ready to do a reversal or turn around or anything like that, right? So I go down to the daily time frame, guys, right? Now, the daily time frame is where I'm personally looking to create my parameters. So I'm looking to create my support, my resistance, and you always want to start where the market is currently, guys. You kind of want to snake your way back. That's how you get information, or otherwise known as back testing. Now, we have a lot of area to cover to say that this is resistance, right? Now, resistance would be areas that you would be looking to sell, guys, right? Now, normally, again, color coded too. So what I normally do is start off at where the highest resistance is based off of like what I'm looking at. And if you look at this, guys, this is like the highest resistance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color code this to red, being that these are areas that the market was selling, guys, right? Y'all following with me? These are areas that the market was selling, right? So if you look, both of these data points where the market came up, the market sold, did it not? Well, started falling. So for if you don't understand that it's selling, it started falling, correct? So if it started falling, when you're looking at it, guys, you now have data points where it's like, okay, when the market comes here, back up here, potentially, depending on how many times it's been up there, that can justify that it's looking to sell again, or the momentum is going to be strong and price is probably going to just take off from here. For you guys that are investing in cryptocurrency, if you look how low Dogecoin is, there's a lot of great projects out there, guys, that you can fully take advantage of that are still at low income. Now, a lot of people are skeptical because they're looking at, you know, Bitcoin is at 41K at this point. It's at 41,000 at this point. I mean, the lowest we saw it do in the past like 3 months was like 38K, somewhere around that, maybe like 36. I think it went as low as 36. So a lot of people even still feel like it's beyond them. Well, guys, there's other projects that you can take advantage of using this system of just identifying support and resistance. Now, if you look at it, guys, on the daily time frame, we now have our level of support and resistance based off the daily. Now, if we're looking to enter, guys, we're going to have to break down this market into, smaller time zones. If you look, every time I switch, I am now currently on the daily time frame. Now, for time's sake, we're not going to go that deep into it. I just want you guys to understand or try to see where I'm putting my support or my resistance is. Now, some people may say, well, Antoine, okay, you starting right here. I can see why that can maybe be support. But why is this resistance up here when there's other resistance? Guys, you have to focus on where the market currently is at, and it has to break these levels. So if you're looking at it, if you're looking at price to respect true resistance, this is your greatest resistance zone until it breaks that, returns, and then pops back up. Y'all understand me? Because again, when price breaks a certain zone, whether it's support or resistance, or whether it's your buy or sell area, it's probably doing the opposite. So say we wanted to sell and this thing started shooting up higher, we should look for a return from the area it broke out or the immediate area. 9 times out of 10, how aggressive it is, it'll return back. So if you guys look at it, let me just do it for illustration purposes. So say that, market got heavy bullish from here, means it's looking for a buy. And it broke through your sell zone, right? You're looking at this to be a sell zone and it broke through. You're like, oh snap, man, this broke through. Well, instead of just saying, well, now I should just buy, you have to wait for it to come back to the immediate area or a little bit lower. So it could be right here. It could drop a little bit lower. Either way, it should be in this ballpark and then continue up the trend until it decides to start correcting again, its whole other cycle, and then move back up. So, fairly simple, guys, right? So I now have on my weekly/daily buy area and a potential sell area. Now I want to establish this. If I was looking to enter on the market, guys, like I said, I want to establish this on smaller time frames until I figure out where I want to enter. So I would do the same thing, guys. As you see, I somewhat have my support structure, right? You guys see that? I somewhat have my support structure based off of the 4-hour, daily, weekly time frame. But now on the 4-hour, I can no longer see my resistance. So what I would have to do, guys, I would have to create another resistance zone based off of where I believe either strong resistance is at, or if the downtrend is going to continue, it should return to a previous low. All that stuff we're going to go over at a later time, guys. Just understand everything that I'm saying. You're going to be able to process that shortly, guys, right? So again, if you just did it like this, you could either do it like, well, if I wanted to do resistance, I could say that that's my resistance zone right there, right? Level. But I don't like to restrict myself to a level. I always like to allow myself to have a zone, guys. It just makes sense, because if you restrict yourself to a level, you could miss trades, or you could be out of, it could pretty much be a wider stop loss than you expected, anything like that. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be that you're missing your entry when you restrict yourself to a level, or again, you're selling yourself, or you're pretty much giving yourself too much drawdown or too much opportunity to pretty much be in drawdown by just respecting a level. If you respect the zone, it's like anywhere within this parameter, I can sell, or if this is vice versa, buy, I can buy. So this looks like a good resistance level to me. And I mean, guys, you can go all over. I just know how to see it already with my mind without drawing this. But if I wanted to, I could say, okay, well, this is a level of resistance I should be, wary of. Potentially price could reject here and start selling down again. Anywhere it decides to go, guys. But what I think the momentum is with cryptocurrency now, again, this is my sentiment based off of what I've been seeing. I think we're heading towards a bullish market with cryptocurrency, guys. I think we're pretty much at the last bit of our cycle when it comes to price selling off to try to push out. And I think these big players such as Apple, these other guys out there, Elon Musk, are going to press that buy button eventually. And you're going to see cryptocurrency take off. So again, this is not financial advice. So I would behoove you guys, don't sell your cryptocurrency because you don't know what's going on. It's better to hold than to fold, guys. I'm telling you. So now we have our support, our resistance areas where we may potentially come up. The only thing is price gonna, continue to move upward, or is it gonna decide to come all the way back down here now that we have a resistance zone / level and stuff? It just depends, guys. Right now, based off of, if we just look at the basics of foreign exchange, price has broken out of this resistance zone. Right now, what it should be doing is wanting to come and retest this somewhere around here and then continue bullish, guys. Right now, if we just, again, I don't want to go too far ahead, guys. Heikin-Ashi, this measures momentum in the market. So if you just look at it, guys, the momentum's pretty strong. And how you identify if the momentum's pretty strong, if you see how some of these candles have these lines poking out on both ends. Well, if you have a flat bottom based off of this style of candle and it's strong, whether it's selling or buying, guys, as a flat bottom, and you see fairly strong candles or medium-sized candles, that momentum is to the upside. The only thing you have to be prepared for is when that retest is going to come. You don't know, so the only thing you can do is go with the momentum, guys. Let me see if there's anything. So normally by this time frame, I've already established my support and my resistance. And then I'm working my way up to the hour time frame, guys, where I would actually, well, I would break it down to like 2 more time frames, but this would be actually where I would potentially be looking to enter, right, guys? So again, same thing. If you just start from where you're at, work your way from the bottom, get your support area, guys. And then if you look from where the market is currently at, this is pretty much what's called price action. You now have your resistance zone, and you can drag it all the way back. Again, guys, as you see, you know, it's kind of giving me, you know, not difficulties, but just a little, just because I'm on a smaller time frame and my screen isn't that big. So as you see, it starts obscuring those other views that we had of the higher time frame, guys. But again, these are pretty much the simple tactics that I use, and having these already set up, guys, because you don't have to erase them, it'll help you pretty much be prepared and let the market come to you, versus being the person that's just drawing this in a hurry and trying to jump in the market. So as far as clearing this wick, we're pretty much smooth sailing. We just have to have our small correction, guys, to bring the market back up. I'm looking forward to that. But I mean, when you just look at it in a nutshell, guys, this is pretty much your area. This is pretty much your support and your resistance zone, guys. I like what I'm seeing. The only thing for me would be, when is it gonna continue to the upside? The best bet, guys, again, if the momentum is strong to the upside, normally, depending on, like for me, if I back out to a higher time frame, if I'm just looking at the momentum from here, it's like, okay, this momentum is pretty strong to the upside, so I should expect probably a shallow retest. So probably anywhere within this zone right here, I can see it respecting this, like this support structure right here. Anywhere within these highs, guys. Again, it can make its way all the way back down here. But again, we're not going that far yet, guys. We'll work on entries pretty much our next movement. But I do see the potential of price obviously either coming partially or 100% and respecting this zone to bring the market back up. But again, we already established that momentum is high, so we should probably look about, I'm just going to draw a fib just to kind of see what it is, guys. We'll discuss fib at a later time. But yeah, if you're just looking at it, the momentum should be anywhere that makes sense, 50 EMA, 382 or 50%. I like that move to say that, okay, price comes within this range, it should be actually making its move to go to the upside. So yeah, guys, like that's pretty much it when it comes to support and resistance. Obviously, you'll have to understand what support and resistance will look like on different currencies. So whatever currency you're trading, or, you know, indices, or even if you're trading like oil, even if you're trading like, you know, agricultural resources such as like corn, rice, things like that, guys, all of it still has a law it must follow, and that's normally support and resistance, guys. Don't be fooled by the people that say, oh, support and resistance don't exist. You have to draw something in order to figure out what the market is doing. This is how you get this understanding, this definition of what you need to see, guys. And then from there, you start evolving, guys. You are able to add the more advanced stuff that helps you be a little bit more proficient, helps you be a little bit more accurate with your entries, and help you take a lot less losses, guys. So figure out your trading style, guys, but I do believe that the core is going to come from the foundation of you just doing support and resistance, guys. I mean, that's pretty much where I started. And if you can identify that, that helps you start understanding, okay, these are high probability buy zones. These are high probability sell zones. Anytime it comes within a zone that I personally mark, because I trust myself at this point, guys, then I'm looking to take that trade based off of the color that I had. Now, obviously, I'm still gonna, you know, do some research when I get the alert or when it's in my zone. I'm gonna do a little bit further research, but I can feel comfortable saying that, hey, man, last time I checked, if it's only been there at least once or twice, price only been there once or twice, I can look at that as a high probability sell zone. Does that mean that sell is going to be forever? Absolutely not. Remember, The buy is always longer than the sell. Guys, man, this is Antoine Boatwright, part of Digital Ghosts, man. I thank you if you attended this, guys. Again, look for more. Please, if you like what you saw today, man, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell, guys, so you're always notified when I'm dropping content, man. If you want to follow me on IG, both my IGs are, one of them is _GOAT, and that's my personal IG, and my business IG is digital_goats, guys. So and again, if you want to follow me on Facebook, that's Antoine Boatwright, guys. Figure out how to spell it, or I'll drop it in the description below, man. But again, guys, thank you, man. I'm really excited about pushing this stuff out and educating the masses. So I see you guys at the top, because I'm taking everybody to the top with me. Thank you.